Throughout the ages, from ancient kingdoms to the modern era, Sri Lankans, Sinhalese, Tamil, Muslim, and Burgher have shaped the proud golden legacy of this island we call home. From the timeless grace of our traditions to the bold strides of innovation, Sri Lanka has always stood tall, radiant, resilient, and revered across the world. Tonight, we honor that spirit, a nation of brilliance, of beauty, of boundless pride. From that same legacy rises a brand that now shapes skylines and lifestyles, Sri Lanka's #1 and most trusted name in real estate, Homelands. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Homeland's signature night, Beyond the Skyline. A night of legends, a night of pride, a night where Sri Lanka shines.
ගලා යාදමු ඇඳිරිය වෙලාවේ ආග කිනිදුම් පැතිරයේ එක් කළු වලාවේ වේලා පෑය විස්කම් ආලමායම් එක සැරේ සේම කඳුලෙන් පාර දුන්නෙන් එක සැරේ රජෙක් රාජගමනේ ඇවිත් බලව් ඒ මහිමේ වැඩතුනේ වණ්ඩ යහනේ ඉතින් මොටද මට වරුනේ තරරරේ 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 मत एक दोष एक धीर एक नाद एक जाल एक स्वामी एक दोष एक धीर एक नाद एक दोष एक धीर एक नाद एक जाल एक स्वामी एक दोष एक धीर एक नाद एक महाकोलाहल एक महाकोलाहल අහස වසා මාලවන් පුරා මල් සුවඳ සලා මල් හීන වැසි වැටෙනා විල් තෙරේ උන පඳුරු සෙවනේ रोसमल सिप पैदेन एम सुलगे आकाश कुसुम यहनावे मत देनवा मत मत
කලඹලඟ පාටසේ දුන දේව දුන්නක් ආස පේබුණ සැඳෑ කාලෙක සිඹිනවා 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 සිඹිනවා
හුස්ම හිරපේ මරණ ධර්මම නිරපුණාරන් දපකදක් මත රිදුනාද සිත අහනවා 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 අහනවා
ලෝම අතහැර දෙතොල ලංකර සදා කාලික ආදරේ සොයනවා 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 සොයනවා
Sri Lanka, a land of extraordinary talent, where creativity, resilience and passion fuel greatness. Among its many stars, one has risen to captivate the world. Jacqueline Fernandez.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sri Lanka Universe for Miss Jacqueline Fernandez.
Born of Sri Lankan roots, crowned Miss Universe Sri Lanka 2006. Now a global name in Bollywood cinema and beyond. She broke boundaries with grace, grit and glamour. Actress, philanthropist, entrepreneur, a global icon of Sri Lankan excellence. Just like Homelands, Sri Lanka's #1 and most trusted real estate brand. A name that has redefined what home and lifestyle truly mean, and is now reaching beyond borders, making waves internationally. Innovative, award-winning, built on trust, innovation and excellence. Today, two icons come together, a statement of Sri Lankan potential, of global aspirations, built on Sri Lankan roots, of two forces, uniting to uplift, inspire and lead. Jacqueline Fernandez joins Homelands as brand ambassador. Proudly Sri Lankan, boldly global.
लौंडों के दिल पटक पटक सांसें जाए अटक अटक आता माची सटक सटक बम तेरा गुते खाए कमर पे तेरी बटरफ्लाई बॉडी तेरी मक्खन जैसे खाने में बस तू वाइन
मैं पानी पानी हो गई मैं पानी पानी हो गई मैं पानी पानी हो गई
चलेगी क्या ग्लास पड़ा है खाली भरेगी क्या साथ था लौंडे से डरेगी क्या अंदर की फीलिंग से लड़ेगी क्या हैं हद हो गई हद से आगे भी बढ़ेगी क्या 9 एकड़ में फार्म फार्म पे घोड़े घोड़े पे चढ़ेगी क्या
You may be just a little bit दीवानी थोड़ी थोड़ी सी crazy but baby you're the one
दिल ना माने कैसे भूला ख्वाब से हम में सोए हैं हम में जागे अब ये गम मुझे अपना सा लागे यादों के धागे आँखों के धागे दिल पे
Oh, we need to talk.
ऊंची है बिल्डिंग अरे लिफ्ट तेरी बंद है हाँ कैसे मैं आऊं अरे दिल रजामंद है ऊंची है बिल्डिंग अरे लिफ्ट तेरी बंद है कैसे मैं आऊं अरे दिल रजामंद है
आहा आजा 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 मेरे सागर वाले राजा तेरी याद सताए दूल्हे राजा तू आजा 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 बैंड बाजा लेके आजा तेरी याद सताए दूल्हे राजा तू आजा
तेरे वास्ते दौड़ कर आऊंगा मैं 100 सीढ़ियों को भी चढ़ जाऊंगा मैं
तू मेरा दिल पर है आना पड़ेगा तुझे मेरा नखरा उठाना पड़ेगा ओ आजा आजा तेरी याद सताए आजा 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 मेरे सागर वाले राजा तेरी याद सताए दूल्हे राजा तू आजा आजा कलाइयां कलाइयां तू ले आ दे मैनू गोल्डन झुमके मैं कन्ना विच पावा चुम चुम के तू ले आ दे मैनू गोल्डन झुमके मैं कन्ना विच पावा चुम चुम के मन जावे मैनू शॉपिंग करा दे मन जावे रोमांटिक पिक्चर दिखा दे रिक्वेस्ट पाइयां वे चिट्टियां कलाइयां वे ओ बेबी मेरी चिट्टियां कलाइयां वे चिट्टियां कलाइयां वे ओ बेबी मेरी वाइट कलाइयां वे चिट्टियां कलाइयां वे ओ बेबी मेरे तेरे हिस्से आइयां वे चिट्टियां कलाइयां वे ओ बेबी मेरी चिट्टियां कलाइयां वे
तू है लाजवाब तेरे जलवे हजार मेरा भी पता है मैं न मानू कभी हार तेरी मेरी दुनिया में बेहिसाब प्यार मैं हूँ एक एंजल और डेविल मेरा यार तेरे जैसा दुनिया में कोई भी नहीं जिसे ढूंढती नजर लगे तू ही है वही परियों की रानी हूँ मैं सबसे हंसी पर तेरे बिना किक मुझे मिलती नहीं तेरे बिना तेरे बिना तेरे बिना जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले जे मैनू यार ना मिले जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां
लाल परी लाल परी लाल परी लाल परी लाल परी लाल परी मंगवा दो मुझको लाल परी
One thing I'm for sure बढ़ी दारू की मुझे तोड़ चढ़ी पी जाऊंगी खड़ी खड़ी मंगवा दो कोई मुझे लाल परी
अच्छा बोतल खोलेगा कोई ना बीच में बोलेगा चाहे मुझको लाल परी मंगवा दो फिर भी लाल परी 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 मंगवा दो मुझको लाल परी
Freeze, put your hands up and freeze, put your hands up and freeze, put your hands up and freeze. I'm from Punjab police.
सांसों में पिरोई तो
Homelands, Sri Lanka. It feels absolutely incredible to be here tonight. And tonight, standing here in the heart of Colombo, in front of all of you, feels even more special. I'm truly honored to be the brand ambassador for Homelands, Sri Lanka's #1 and most trusted real estate partner. Welcome to Signature Night, Beyond the Skyline. You're about to witness the launch of the most iconic residential twin towers, rising high, redefining the Colombo skyline in Thummula Handiya. This is not just another address. This is the address in Colombo. And what you're about to witness is the biggest thing Sri Lanka has ever seen. Are you all ready? Guys, just come back home. I want to hear some response. Are you all ready for tonight? To witness the biggest thing you've ever seen? All right, just give us 2 minutes, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another round of applause with more enthusiasm for our brand ambassador of Homelands, the gorgeous Jacqueline Fernandez. Thank you very much.
Step into the world of Homelands, Sri Lanka's #1 and most trusted real estate provider. With a rich heritage of trust, innovation and excellence, Homelands introduced the resort apartment concept to Sri Lanka and pioneered the art of developing themed residential complexes. Boasting a massive portfolio, Homelands is dedicated to transforming the landscape of modern living. With a proven track record of over 3,000 units successfully handed over and over 1,700 units under construction, Homelands consistently delivers on its promises. Let's explore some of our signature projects. Ariana Resort Apartments in Athrugiriyo, Sri Lanka's first resort apartments offering the ultimate resort-style living experience. Ariana consists of 352 apartments and a plethora of over 50 amenities. This is the world of Canterbury Golf Resort Apartments and Villas by Homelands, where luxury, prestige and your passion for golf converge. Canterbury Lexus Apartments and Villas is South Asia's first ever golf resort apartments and Sri Lanka's largest residential development project launched in 2019. Featuring the country's first day and night golf course and a state-of-the-art clubhouse, this remarkable development is a true hole-in-one for golf enthusiasts. It offers over 1,200 apartments and housing units, combining luxury and convenience. Santorini Resort Apartments and Residencies in Negombo. Experience the charm of Greek architecture right here in Sri Lanka. Completed in 2024, this is Sri Lanka's first theme park-style residential project, offering 391 apartments and residencies with over 50 amenities and a luxurious lifestyle across 9 theme parks. Alicia 3 Seas in Malambe, renowned for its urban convenience and connectivity. This development offers 336 units and over 30 amenities, including a swimming pool and a multi-purpose court with over 30 activities to choose from. Let's now explore our latest projects. Oceana, Sri Lanka's first luxury beach resort apartments and villas in Vadua. Greendale Retirement Village in Athrugiriyo, Sri Lanka's first international standard retirement complex. Crescina Resort Apartments, located between Malambe and Athrugiriyo. Waterdale Residencies bordering Colombo 7 represents the pinnacle of ultra-luxurious living. Bayfront Marina Resort Apartments and Villas, Sri Lanka's first tourist resort apartment complex in Negombo. Now let's see where the magic happens. Meet Homelands Group, Sri Lanka's largest residential real estate powerhouse. According to a recent market health survey conducted by RIU, Homelands holds 58% of market share. Homelands is the only real estate provider in Sri Lanka with its own construction arm with the highest CS2 grading from CEDA. And Homelands has consecutively won the Best Developer Sri Lanka Award at the prestigious Property Guru Asia Property Awards in 2021 and in 2024. The only Sri Lankan developer to win this award back-to-back. Homelands is a truly Sri Lankan brand that has gone global with branches established in Melbourne, Australia and Dubai, UAE. Homelands. Trust, innovation, excellence.
What a story, ladies and gentlemen. What a story of trust, innovation, and excellence. Now, what you saw, ladies and gents, is more than just a corporate video. It's a testament to the legacy of true real estate powerhouse. Homeland isn't just building homes, they're building lifestyles, they're building communities, they're building futures. From pioneering the resort apartment concept in Sri Lanka to delivering landmark projects with unmatched quality, Homelands continues to set the standards in the industry. With over 4,700 units already delivered and projects spanning from Greek-inspired villas to urban connectivity hubs, they have consistently stayed ahead of the curve. And ladies and gents, like you saw, when a brand holds 58% of the market share and wins international recognition not once but twice at the Property Guru Asia Property Awards, that's not just leadership, that's complete dominance. Homelands is the developer Sri Lanka trusts, the one that dares to dream bigger and deliver better. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, they're about to do it again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The next big chapter in the Homelands legacy is about to be revealed. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Pentara Residencies Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo, a landmark project by Homelands. And now, ladies and gents, get ready to witness something truly iconic, something bold, something never before seen in Sri Lanka. And to do the honors, please join me in inviting these dignitaries for the grand unveiling. The visionary leadership and creative minds behind Pentara Residencies. Ladies and gents, please join me in welcoming the Chairman and Managing Director, Homelands Group of Companies, Mr. Amaya Herat. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Director, Mrs. Harshani Herat. The Architect, Mr. Philip Weeraratna. The Principal Structural Engineer, Professor Priyan Mendes. Executive Director, Mrs. Amaya Herat. And all the directors, Mrs. Lanka Jayasinghe, Mrs. Nimali Gunasekara, Mr. Rishad Mansoor, and Mr. Pasanda Yapa Abewardana. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause and welcome them to do the honors. And, ladies and gents, to bring this unveiling to life with style, with elegance and unmatched star power, please welcome back the global icon, the pride of Sri Lanka, the proud brand ambassador of Homelands, the stunning superstar, Jacqueline Fernandez.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the unveiling of the most iconic Twin Towers in Colombo, redefining the Colombo skyline. This is Pentara Residencies Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo. Please join us in applauding the ceremony as I now invite Jacqueline to do the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Pentara Residencies, the address in Colombo. Shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to the biggest thing in Sri Lanka, Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo, a project by Homelands. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to have a small word with the principal structural engineer behind Pentara Residencies, Professor Priyan Mendes. Tell us about the structure and your experience with Pentara to all of them.
Thank you very much, and I'm very, very proud to be involved in this building as the principal structural engineer, along with Mr. Shiramal Fernando. Now, I have been involved with major projects in the world, like the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa, and also Australia's tallest Eureka Tower, and so on. But this is a unique building. Not only that, I was involved in this building as well. So this is a unique building. We are using latest technologies, design and construction technologies. And it's the first floating sky pool, and also the first cantilevered pool, the first sky restaurant, actually, the first floating sky restaurant. So there are some unique features. It's a quality building, and it's going to be one of the best buildings in Melbourne, one of the tallest. So it's been, again, high quality construction is assured. Knowing Homelands and under the leadership of Mr. Nalin Herat, some unique structures have been built, some special structures. We saw all that. And it's going to be repeated in this particular landmark building. So also I had to congratulate Homelands for serving Sri Lanka. This is really to help Sri Lanka. So I had to really congratulate Mr. Nalin Herat and the Homelands group.
Thank you very much, Professor, and thank you very much to the brand ambassador and the dignitaries for joining with us. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time to Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Not sure if the mic is working. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a moment that was. The official unveiling of Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo. Please join me in giving another round of applause to the leadership and the creative minds at Homelands. And one more time for our gorgeous brand ambassador, Miss Jacqueline Fernandez. Ladies and gents, what you just witnessed is the launch of the most iconic residential twin towers in Sri Lanka at the most prestigious location in Colombo, Thummula Handiya. It's a landmark development by none other than Homelands, Sri Lanka's #1 and most trusted real estate partner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite a very special lady up here to address the gathering. She is a double degree holder with an LLB from the University of London and a first-class honors BSc in software engineering from the University of Colombo. An attorney of law with solid legal and industry experience, she has been a key member of the Homelands Group, contributing significantly to its strategic growth and leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mrs. Amaya Herat, the Executive Director, Homelands Group of Companies.
Hello, thanks Ashan. Good evening everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you, our valued clients, partners, colleagues, friends, and special guests. Thank you for joining us tonight, and your presence truly means the world to us. As you just saw, yes, it's official, and we couldn't be more thrilled to announce that Jacqueline Fernandez is now the official brand ambassador for Homelands. Jacqueline, thank you for that beautiful message. And more importantly, your presence, you being here with us tonight, means a lot. Your energy, your love for Sri Lanka, and your belief in the vision makes this partnership incredibly special. And we are honored to welcome you to our Homelands family. And now, on to why all of us are here. Tonight is all about celebrating major milestones. This is not just another launch. This is the biggest real estate launch in Sri Lanka's property industry to date. And this project, located in Thummula Handiya, at the very heart of Colombo, is about meeting a growing demand for well-designed, future-ready homes in premier locations. So why Colombo? It's simple, because Colombo is where the demand is, and that's where the pulse is. People want convenience, they want lifestyles, and they want smart features, sustainability, and timeless designs. And that's exactly what we are providing you from Homelands. What sets this project apart is not just its scale, but its vision. So from kinetic facades to smart home systems and sustainable construction practices, we are introducing some of the most advanced design and technology in the world. And this is not just a building, it's a lifestyle reimagined. And it's the future of urban living right here in Colombo. And this is a BOI project backed by the strength and support of our official banking partner, HNB Bank. And thank you to the HNB team. Your partnership and belief in our vision mean a great deal to us. We are also proud to announce that this is the largest investment ever made by a single local investor in Sri Lanka real estate sector. Of course, none of this would be possible without the foundation we have laid. So over the years, we have completed 20 successful projects, including Canterbury, Sri Lanka's largest residential development, Ariana, Alicia, Santorini, and we have also handed over 3,000 plus units to families across the country. So according to the latest RIU survey, Homelands now holds 58% of Sri Lanka's real estate market, making us the undisputed leader in this industry. And we are not stopping here. We have already taken our first steps internationally with a growing presence in Melbourne and also Dubai. And now we are turning our sights to India, the world's 4th largest economy, as our next exciting chapter. So we at Homelands have a bigger vision to position Sri Lanka as a global real estate hub, a destination that attracts investors, residents, and dreamers from all around the world. So there's so much more ahead, and tonight is just the beginning. And thank you once again for being here tonight and for being a part of this incredible new chapter. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gents, the Executive Director of Homelands Group of Companies, Mrs. Amaya Herat. Let's have another round of applause for her, please. Thank you very much. Right. Now, it's time to unveil the true essence of Pentara. The concept, the design, the lifestyle, and, of course, the story behind this address in Colombo. To take you through this exciting product presentation, I'd like to invite another powerhouse on stage, ladies and gentlemen. She is a dynamic and multifaceted professional. She has carved her own unique path beyond the conventional world. She has turned her passions into her professions, excelling as a TV personality, professional event compere, a voice artist, City and Guilds UK accredited trainer, and Toastmaster. In 2024, ladies and gents, she was recognized as the most popular event compere in Sri Lanka. Makes me feel really small. At the nation's popular awards, that's where she was voted the most popular event compere. She holds a master's degree in marketing from the Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK, and a professional qualification in human resource management. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Head of Business Development and Marketing Operations at Homelands Group of Companies, Ashinsani Veerasinghe.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here tonight. As Homelands, we are proud to present to you our newest project, the most iconic development in Sri Lanka, Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo. Pentara isn't just our project, it is your future. Now, as we get started talking, it's important to understand why Pentara and why now. Today, Colombo is on the move, and we're witnessing transformation in how we live, what we expect, and what we aspire to become. But even with all of these growth, there's been something missing. A truly international standard residential experience, one that still understands the Sri Lankan soul. And Pentara fills that gap. Pentara redefines the luxury living in Thummula Handiya. This is not just another address, it's the address in Colombo. And ladies and gentlemen, there are three things that makes Pentara truly special. Number one, location. Number two, location. Number three, location. Now, great addresses aren't just about where you live, it's about what lives around you. Now, as we get started to talk, Pentara stands where Colombo's elite converge. This is the only location bordering Colombo 3, Colombo 4, Colombo 5, and the elite Colombo 7. And everything is within reach, from schools to higher education institutes, to hospitals, to leisure and recreational clubs, banks, star-class hotels, restaurants, and shopping malls. But if you actually live in Pentara, within 1 mile radius, you're covering the most renowned location. So when we say it's centrally located, we truly mean it. So within just 1 mile radius, you've got Royal College, Ladies College, Visakha Vidyalaya, Sirima Award, Bishops, St. Bridget's, Wycherley, University of Colombo. So I'm drawing the map for you to imagine where exactly you're going to live. You're going to have Majestic City, Durden's Hospitals, Joseph Fraser. You've got Independence Square, Torrington, SSC, RCGC, CH and FC, CR and FC, Arcade, Racecourse, the Colombo Swimming Club. I'm sure you just imagined what your life is going to look like if you live at Pentara. Now, the location speaks volume, and that's why we say this is not just another address, but it's the address in Colombo. Now, let's move in to talk about the design and architecture most of you are interested about. Ladies and gentlemen, Pentara is not just development. It's a statement. And the people behind this statement, Let me introduce the architect, Philip Veeraratne, one of Sri Lanka's foremost and most renowned architects. Let's have a good round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we appreciate their efforts. So architect Philip is someone who always identifies gaps in design and architecture in Sri Lanka and brings out the best of his architecture with Homelands. And on the other hand, we have the principal structural engineer, Professor Priyan Mendes, who you were listening to a while ago. And emphasizing on his achievements, he's the head of building department at University of Melbourne. And he has been the principal structural engineer for all high-rise buildings in Melbourne, including the Eureka Tower in Melbourne. A round of applause to our principal structural engineer, Professor Priyan Mendes. Thank you very much for the minds behind. So when they're in business, you know we're doing something right. Ladies and gentlemen, now Pentara is twin tower development. We've got a Tower A rising up to 32 levels high, and we've got a Tower B rising up to 41 levels high. Now let's see what's coming up for you. So level ground floor covers the lobby and the reception. And as you can see, from level 1 to 8, there's parking facility. And above the 8th level comes the 2 towers. So Tower A from level 9 to level 29 covers deluxe apartments. And then you've got at level 30, the Sky Bridge. And at level 31, you've got the floating sky restaurant. And then above that, you've got the cantilevered sky pool. And then talking about Tower B, you've got level 9 to level 29, once again, deluxe apartments. And then you've got level 30 to 36 sky villas. And then you've got the penthouses, and right above you've got Sky Mansions. Sky Mansions is once again a bold first for Sri Lanka. We'll talk about it very soon. So this is where you're gonna live. Now it's up to you to decide which one of these you're gonna select. So just like I mentioned, what we're offering unmatched choice from deluxe apartments, which has 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom options. You've got Sky Villas, you've got penthouses, and Sky Mansions with over 6,000 square feet. Like I said, this is a bold first for Sri Lanka, rare, refined, and truly exclusive. I'm sure you've never heard something called living at the Sky Mansion. Now, how nice it sounds when you say, I'm living at the Sky Mansion at Pentara, right at Thummula. And now we're offering 45 plus star class amenities. Now talking about amenities, I would like to ask all of you, why would you settle for something like this? We're not offering just another rooftop pool. We're offering Sri Lanka's first cantilevered sky pool, a bold first once again to Sri Lanka, where you get the panoramic view. Why would you just swim when you can actually swim like you're flying? And then I would like to ask you, why would you settle for something like this? It's not just another restaurant. When we are offering you Sri Lanka's first 5-star floating sky restaurant, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine dining right up here at the 31st floor with all the view. It's like dine in the clouds. And then we've got the Sky Bridge. Now this Sky Bridge at level 30, connecting Sri Lanka's most iconic residential twin towers. This is the bridge that connects the 2 towers right at level 30. So anybody who is living at Tower A or Tower B, it's just a matter of hopping into the lift to go up to level 30, because level 30 is where you're connected with all the other amenities, like the paddle court, daycare, barbecue area, kids play area, aerobic and yoga deck, gym, spa, and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where you're gonna be living, and usually busy lives, you'll be complaining about driving into gym and no time to work out, no time to do this and that. No complaints now. You just have to get into your lift and go up to get into your wellness and body in shape. And then, as we move on, who is this for? Pentara is designed for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is designed for you if you're the upwardly mobile professional. It's designed for you if you are the investor looking for long-term premium returns. It's also designed for you if you're the returning Sri Lankan seeking a home that reflects global standard or the international standard living. And also, this is to your family if you want to live at the center of everything. Now, where else would you live if not at the center of everything, where you're connected to everything right around you, ladies and gentlemen? Now, this is Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home.
I've lived in cities all over the world, but something always brings me back to my homeland, Sri Lanka. At Thummula Handiya, something extraordinary rises. Twin towers soaring 40 stories into the sky. Not just another address, it's the address in Colombo. A location unlike any other, at the heart of the city. The only address bordering Colombo 3, 4, and 5, and elite Colombo 7. Right where the city lives, breathes, and connects. Just a short walk to the best schools in the country. Royal College, Ladies College, Visakha, City Marvel, and renowned international schools. A neighborhood designed for families and built for the future. Hospitals, star hotels, supermarkets, sports, and leisure clubs, all within minutes. This is urban convenience, elevated. I've stayed in many places, but this is the first time I felt like I arrived. Stone, light, and texture, designed to impress. A lounge space for meaningful conversations, warmed by golden light. Sri Lanka's first cantilevered sky pool, floating above the city, where water meets sky. This isn't just luxury, it's elevation. Dining in the clouds, a 5-star floating restaurant, 360 degrees open to the sky, above the 27th floor, where the view never ends. It's more than just what you imagine up here. It's the view, the moment, the feeling. Over 40 star-class amenities, including Sri Lanka's first paddle court, a gym that energizes, a spa that quiets the world, even a vibrant kids club. Each space is designed to elevate luxury living. 2 dedicated parking spaces, because true luxury is thoughtful. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom apartments, each one crafted with intention, spacious, serene, and built for the life you deserve. And for those who want more, we offer the premium collection, penthouses and sky mansions, introduced for the first time in Sri Lanka. Designed with confidence, one of a kind. I came looking for a place to live. I found a place to belong. Come experience it for yourself. Pentara Residencies Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo. A project by Homelands, Sri Lanka's #1 and most trusted real estate partner.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to our beautiful brand ambassador, Jacqueline Fernandez. And that is Pentara to all of you. Now I'm going to get into something very interesting, something that you're all interested about. Let's talk numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, we guarantee a minimum of 100% capital appreciation within just 4 years. Within just 4 years, minimum of 100% capital appreciation. At Homelands, we certainly know how our projects have gone way beyond 100%. And this being right at the center of Colombo, I don't have to explain, you know it better. And talking about forecasted rental income, ladies and gentlemen, as at now, when we did a comparison, so 2-bedroom apartment right now goes at 250,000 rupees for a monthly rental income, and we forecast a minimum of 400,000 rupees. Now currently the 250 is also the minimum rate for a 2-bedroom apartment right at the center of Colombo. And the 3-bedroom apartment right now goes at a minimum of 350,000 rupees. And we forecast a minimum of 600,000 rupees for your monthly rental income. And a 4-bedroom apartment right now goes at a minimum of 450,000 rupees. And we forecast a minimum of 800,000 rupees. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a minimum, whereas we are confident it's gonna go beyond 1,000, 1 million beyond. So this is something for you to do the calculation and make a decision. Now that you've seen the vision, let's talk about making it yours. Now, payment options, when we take, it's all about reserving your unit with just 2 million Sri Lankan rupees. And then there onwards, you can choose from 2 payment plans that we've got. Option 1 is developer plan, developer payment plan, which is fast and easy and interest-free. Now, by the time we complete the project, you have also completed paying us, so that's why we call it fast and easy. Now, let me introduce option 2, which is most in demand right now. This is Homelands Wealth Builder. Affordable, easy, convenient, just pay monthly. Now, why do we say affordable, easy, convenient? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are worrying about paying down payment, this is no down payment, no bulk payments, no milestone payments, no completion payment, and absolutely no hidden charges. This is for you to get this sink in. So no burden, it's just about reserving the unit and signing up for this option. No down payment, everything is 100% funded by Homeland's Wealth Builder plan. Now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, tonight as you're all gathered here today with Homelands for the grand launch of Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya. Our sales team is here tonight, ready to guide you through every step. They will guide you with special offers, which will remain tonight only. You don't have to worry about making a payment tonight. All you've got to do is to block your unit and you get completely full 2 weeks to complete the whole process at your own pace. Let me repeat, you don't really have to make a payment tonight. Don't worry about it. It's about blocking your unit and then taking that full 2 weeks to get the process completed. Now also, Homelands is a brand that is associated with many more renowned brands like Sri Lanka Cricket and Sri Lankan Airlines. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about Sri Lankan Airlines, Homelands is proud to be the only real estate partner of Sri Lankan Airlines Fly Smiles. And tonight, we've got an exclusive offer for the Fly Smiles members. 10 Fly Smiles members who block a unit at Pentara will be eligible to double your bonus Fly Smiles. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right. You will be able to double your bonus Fly Smiles if you block your unit tonight. All right, with that, I hope all of you know about Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your presence tonight at Signature Night Beyond the Skyline. And this is, once again, Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo, a landmark project by Homelands. And now, it's time to make it yours. Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ashinsani Veerasinghe, another round of applause for her, please. All right, I know what I'm going to choose. I'm going to go for the wealth builder option, ladies and gentlemen. No down payment, no burden. And who doesn't want to live at the center of everything, huh? Right, now it's your turn. I invite all of you, ladies and gents, to connect with the Homelands sales team, my apologies, and reserve your future home tonight. Just connect with the sales team and reserve your future home. Like I said, you don't have to pay anything tonight. 2 weeks to complete the process. Sounds like a good deal to me. And with that, ladies and gents, we're about to wrap up the official proceedings of tonight. There'll be dinner, drinks, and entertainment, so do hang around. But please remember why we're all here tonight. Thank you very much for being a part of the signature night Beyond Skyline by Homelands. And remember the name, Pentara Residencies in Thummula Handiya, the address in Colombo, a project by Homelands. Have a lovely night, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention for one moment, please. We've got a very special treat for you while you're mingling, while you're purchasing your apartments, while you're having a drink and a chat. Ladies and gents, we have 3 superstars here to perform for you on stage. So take a minute and give a round of applause for these superstars, Bimal Jayakodi, Uddika Premaratna, and Nuwandika Senaratna. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Let's have a round of applause for these superstars. Bimal Jayakodi, Uddika Premaratna, and Nuwandika Senaratna.